Hi, I'm Lynn Manning. I'm the Chief Marketing and People Ops Officer for Farmer Auctions in Salem, Virginia. But with my previous provider, we'd had some flooding in our backyard and into our basement, and we actually lost power for about 4 days. And we had just gone to the grocery store right before that happened, and I lost 2 freezers full of food. And when I called my provider about filing a claim, he told me not to bother, that it wasn't going to be sufficient and wasn't necessarily worth their time to file the claim. That made me feel like my business wasn't valued. You know, that's it's a lot of money to fill 2 freezers, and for someone just to dismiss that, I did not feel valued as a client at all. I have worked with Derek and Janice both. I live in Roanoke, Virginia, and I was looking for someone local to reach out to, someone that I knew would be accountable and responsible. And Derek is in my BNI group, and I've enjoyed chatting with him and really love some of the things he's had to say about his company and his work in the community. And so I texted him one day and said, let's talk. And within 20 minutes, Janice in his office had reached out to me, and we already had a plan in place to get life insurance set up. Very responsive, very easy to work with, very personable, and I will be reaching out to them soon to discuss car and home insurance. I think what really stood out to me in the conversation is there was no salesy pitch. She actually told me, get the policy that you can afford. There's no point in getting this extravagant policy if you can't afford it. Just do what works best for you and your family and your budget at this time. And that stood out to me. I think most other agencies would really try to sell me on the higher policies. I have found Janice to be incredibly personable, very responsive. Again, she had, Derek had let her know that I needed to chat about insurance, and I received a call within 20 minutes, very timely responses. She explained everything thoroughly, and I felt like this was an agency that I would be able to call if there were an issue, and I would actually be able to speak to a person. If someone were to ask me if I knew of a good insurance provider, I would recommend the Derek Wiley Agency in a heartbeat. Again, their response time was fantastic. Um, Derek is local and very active in the community, and I know that I would have no problem getting an answer to any questions.